Hello everyone. This is Treva. I'm trying to do this recording so that I have both my hands available. Anyway, so I have some great, sorry about my hair, and I'm looking at myself and not at the camera, I know. But I have some really good news. I did my last post-op visit to my doctor, Jamie Stokes, at Martha Jefferson Hospital yesterday. What was yesterday? March the 18th, and it went really well. I'm so excited. So just again, for those who are new that is viewing any of my videos, I have been in a year process. I had to do a year. I have Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cova Care, Virginia. I am a Virginia state employee. And so I had to do a year period of supervised medical like weight loss waiting kind of period, where I spoke with a registered nurse through Active Health once a month. Every month, if I missed a phone call, it would push back my graduation date by 1 month. If I missed 2 calls, then it would push it back 2 months. And if I missed my third call, then they would I would have to restart the program. I completed my program on February the 7th. That was my year mark, and then I had my last call on the 11th, because you have to have your last call has to be after your year period, or it doesn't count. And so my last call was on February the 11th, and on February 11th, they faxed my graduation certificate letter to my bariatric surgeon's office. They then called Anthem, and Anthem didn't have the certificate at that time, but they allowed the office, the lady who I've been working with is Lillian Sprouse. They allowed Lillian to read them the letter over the phone, and they approved me then and there. So I found out on the 11th that my surgery date was going to be April the 4th, and they gave me my post-op appointment on that day as well. I have been very pleased with Martha Jefferson Hospital. I am so happy that that's where I went. They have been so supportive of me. I've had no issues. My primary care physician is also through Martha Jefferson. Her name is Louisa Han. She's a surgeon with not a surgeon. She's a primary care physician, doctor, whatever. Through Martha Jefferson as well. But it has been very nice. They knew exactly what I needed to do. Lillian was very knowledgeable on what it was required. She is knowledgeable on the changes of my insurance, all of that. So I highly recommend them. Like, I haven't had any problems. I know a lot of people have insurance problems, but I haven't had any problems with them so far. So, but I do want to share with you some of the things that went on in my appointment. I spoke first with my nutritionist, and she went through where's my clocks? So she went over this paperwork with me. You can see it. It's probably backwards, but whatever. Which is it says, it's basically goes over my diet from the day of surgery for the 2 week period. So, my level 1, of course, the first week is sugar-free clear liquids. So on here she has water, broth, jello, 0-calorie flavored water, and diet juices. And she said that I should aim to have 4 to 8 ounces per waking hour. And then my goal would be to have 64 ounces a day. And then like they have, if you can see, they have like all the really approved liquids. that I could drink. And she told me to stay away from, she said I could have caffeine once a day, like a serving of caffeine once a day, but she'd rather that I just avoid it altogether. And then avoid drinks that have calories, avoid sugar, straws, and carbonation. So I know some people, you know, they say that their surgeon's office says they can have straws. She told me that she just recommended that I stay away from straws at the beginning. And then the next page has to do with like my stage 2. And then the other thing that I really appreciated, because I don't know about anybody else, but like the whole vitamin thing is a little bit overwhelming for me. And I have been on, I am several like several support groups, and they keep posting like all these pictures of the vitamins, and this is your regimen, this is what you should do, this is, you know, we don't absorb this, we absorb this. It is an overload, and I don't know if people know, but they kind of, at times they come across a little bit rude, like you should know this already. I'm sorry, you know, I don't know this already, and you're 5 years out, so you had 5 years to figure this out, you know, and it's just, it is an overload. And so, like, they're like, you're going to have to start vitamins right away. Well, my nutritionist said that I don't have to start, my vitamins until after a week. She was like, get your liquids in. She was like, because we don't want you to get dehydrated. That's the most important thing. Starting out, she was like, and then week 2, you're going to start your vitamins. And she told me up front that, you know, that she highly recommends the Bariatric Advantage, which I know a lot of people say no, you know, we don't absorb some of their vitamins, but she highly recommended them. And the thought too is that if I go with the bariatric advantage, I only have to eat 4 chews a day, like versus the pill regimen that people are posting online, which looks like 15 pills. I'm just saying, it's overload. And so until I think I can get my brain wrapped around, you know, what to take and when to take it, I think I'm going to probably settle with the whole bariatric advantage thing, because it's easy. I can just pick my 2 chews out, my 4, you know, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. You know, she said 1 like in the morning and at night, and then she said lunch and dinner. So like a chew with every meal is not that bad, and they taste okay. Like she gave me a couple samples and I tasted them, and I'm like, these are definitely doable. I didn't really, the chocolate, see, this is how you taste test stuff, right? So I had 1 and I gave my friend 1. She took the chocolate and was like, oh, this is great. And then the more she chewed, the more her face kind of turned, you know? So I liked mine. Mine was mixed berry. It was great the whole way through. It tastes like a Starburst. I was fine. Her chocolate one, she said it started out tasting like a Tootsie Roll, but the more she chewed, the more she didn't like it. So she's like, if you can chew it up in 2 chews and swallow it, great. But other than that, so I won't be ordering chocolate. So then later, I went to see my aunt and my cousin, who are also going to be going with me to the hospital. And I'm like, hey, you guys want to try a vitamin? So they tried one. So the orange was also good. And then my aunt said that the coffee one was good. Well, it was caramel. And she said it tastes like a Werther's Original. So I'm like, okay, well, I like Werther's Originals, but I can't see myself eating it a lot. So my cousin had the orange. So I'll probably order like orange, cherry, or like mixed berry. And that'll be the Bariatric Advantage. The Complete, they were gross. So anyway, so it was just nice to know, like, it totally set my brain at ease about the whole vitamin thing. And, you know, my hair, you can see I am natural. My hair is natural. I've colored it. And I recently got it cut. Now, I will have a protective style. Sorry, I look a mess today. I'm sorry. But I will have a protective style, but, done. But I am worried about, like, hair loss. You know, my hair is shorter. It is thicker, but it's still short. So, I am worried about that. But anyway, I don't want to ramble this whole thing. But anyway, so they gave me this little packet, about my nutrition stuff. And then, she also gave me some recipes. You can see the recipes. recipes on like how to make stuff high protein, which I was also worried about because I cook and stuff, but I've been trying to like rethink like my cooking, how to cook stuff. So anyway, I also wanted to show you this. This is my surgeon. I don't know if you can see him. Dr. Jamie Stokes. This is my surgeon, who will be before my surgeon. He is younger and he's been out of school, I think like 10 years. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous about that. But meeting with him, I'm okay. And I'm really excited. So when talking to him, you look at everybody else's story. And so I was like, okay, I know they're going to put me on this 2-week, post-operative diet. And I was getting my brain ready, wrapped around it and everything, getting all excited about it. Well, he's not requiring that of me. He said that he's not worried about my liver being too fatty. He said that in his 10 years of doing surgery, which I know isn't that long, but in his 10 years of doing these surgeries, he's only had one candidate that they had to, open completely up because they couldn't move the liver out of the way. He was like, he's not worried about it. He doesn't think it's going to be a problem. So, it set my heart at ease about that too, the whole no pre-op diet. So he's not requiring it. He said the place that he learned, where he studied, they've taught them how to do the bypass without that preoperative diet. Look, I ain't gonna starve myself for nothing. So, the other thing they gave me was my discharge plans. And then they talked to me about like what it looks like. The other thing that my surgeon said, because I'm single. I don't have any children. My parents have passed away. I have aunts and I have uncles. I have my best friend Lacey went with me. And I have a roommate situation. So I have a roommate, but my roommate will be out of town. And some roommates, so you can't really depend. I don't know. I just don't want to put it on them that they have to take care of me. Which she totally is awesome. And all that. But I need to be able to do as much for myself as I can when I get home from the surgery. And I know a lot of people, like, oh, my husband's helping me, my children are helping me, or I'm staying with my parents and they're offering me care. Well, I don't really have that luxury. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of it on my own. My friend, she will come and check on me and she will help me as much as she can, but I don't want to depend on anybody but myself. And I know that is a lot. I know that it's a lot, and I'm okay with it. I have to be. And so the one thing that my surgeon told me, he said, when he walked me through the days, he was talking about how I'll have surgery on Monday, and he told me I could have ice chips, while my mouth was dry. Because what he does is while he's in there, they go ahead and submerge my pouch into water to make sure that it is, it's sealed correctly. So he said they do that, and then they send a scope down to check and make sure that everything is fine. And so I can go ahead and have ice chips, that day. And then the next day he talked about doing the, drinking the stuff and then watching it on the screen. And he said, if that's all fine, then we'll start you on liquids. We'll get you walking. He said, and then he was like, well, if everything is right, then we'll get you prepared to go home on Wednesday. He said, if you don't feel that you're ready to go home, he said, we're going to keep you until you're ready. And I thought, well, for me, I'm appreciative of that because I don't want to rush home. Like, I want to make sure that I can, like, do for myself enough. And I'm not saying that, I want to be able to walk around and stand up for long periods of time. I'm not saying that at all. But I do want to be able to get in and out of my bed by myself without having to call someone to, hey, can you come help me get out of bed? I need to be able to do that on my own. He also talked about how they will call close my wounds up from the inside, and then they just put glue on the outside so that I'll be able to have a shower or whatever, you know, that day or the next day, as long as I felt up to it. So I'm happy about that as well. So it just, I mean, it was a lot of information and everything, and I just really, really appreciated them. They're really, really a good team. I was even a little bit late for my appointment, which I'm never ever normally late. I'm always super, super early, but I was a little bit late. And they still took me and they saw me and they did fine. Yeah, everything was fine. I talked to my doctor about my drain because I was really worried about having a drain, and he told me it's a case by case. That if, you know, once they finish complete the surgery, if stuff is still oozing, then he will put a drain in, and then he could either take it out the next day or week. So some more paperwork that they gave me, my bathing instructions, pre-op instructions. I have to be at the hospital 2 hours early, so I have to be there at 5:30. And then the other thing that they do at Martha Jefferson, and I'm quite sure other hospitals do it, but I do appreciate it, is the moment they gave me my surgery date, they set up all of my appointments after that. So I have like all of my appointments for the next year. Like every appointment is already set, and I don't have to worry about it. They also have an app, so I use, it's called, I think, Harlow, like a patient portal. So even before my preoperative appointment, I knew what my appointments were. They've already set them. They're already on the app. I already know. And I can message like my surgeon and stuff through there. So it was a lot. They also gave me a note for my job that basically states that I am having surgery and that it is expected that, you know, they say 6 weeks. And they say 6 weeks because they want to make sure that I am completely healed all up. And then also they want you to have your food and your vitamin regimen like under control before you like completely go back to work. Now I know a lot of people go back to work like after 2 weeks. That's not going to be the case for me. I work at a mental hospital for children where there is physical restraints every day, and I'm a little bit worried about that side of things, but I am sure that 6 weeks I should be good. I should be good about 6 weeks, and it might be before that, but right now they're stating that probably 6 weeks is what it's going to take for me. So, oh my gosh, this video is really long, and I am super, super sorry that it's long, but I just wanted to share that with everybody, and I don't know, get something on here about that. So my surgery is April the 4th, 2 weeks. My aunt, her name is Sylvia. She is going to be taking my body shots, pre-op body shots. So she is a photographer, and so we're gonna do pre-op body shots on Easter. So I'll do probably some in my Easter dress, which is really cute, from Torrid. I'm just saying, I look better than the model. And so pre-op body shots, and then we'll do some like, you know, body shots and a little bit of clothes. Not, you know, I'm not doing the whole bra and underwear thing. I just can't. I don't want to. But I hope to maybe, you know, be able to share some of those with you. If you don't, if you are a subscriber, you can also follow me on Instagram. My name is Treva Gunn. My Instagram name is Vera James, VERA underscore JAMES, Vera James. And then you can follow me also on Facebook, which my name is Treva Gunn, TREVAGUNN. And I'm okay with that, with you following me, because my Facebook account is for weight loss. It's not for anything else, even though like I post things, you know, that are personal, but it's all about weight loss. Because I had Facebook before, and I'm just not a fan of like the whole personal thing. But I do want to be able to reach out to people. It is my goal to just be an open person. Like, I want to be open for those around me who are having issues with their weight and who may be scared for surgery. Because at one point I thought that surgery was a cop-out. I did, and I don't feel that way now, but I did, and I had people tell me that I just was lazy and I didn't want to lose the weight. Well, I tried to lose the weight and I gained it all back. And so I am on this journey because I want to be healthy and because I feel that I'm important and I love myself. I love myself the way I am. I'm very happy, you know. I couldn't always say that, but I feel that I am beautiful and I love me, period. But there's some things that the me this size can't do. So, you know, I just can't. I would love to run half a marathon. I'm not even saying a whole marathon because I'd like to do a half or a Tough Mudder or a triathlon. I would like to do those things and I can't do that, you know, the size that I am. So I'm super excited. Again, my name is Treva. I am 33 years old. My current weight is 418 pounds. I didn't share my weight last time that I posted a video. I had this little issue real quick that I'll share with you. I had a friend, and he asked me how much I weighed. And I had put it online before, and I'm like, Trevor, you want to be open? I'm like, yes, I want to be open. But I was so afraid to share with them how much I weighed. And I didn't. And so it just had created anxiety in me. And I don't want to have anxiety over that, you know, and I don't want to be ashamed about what I weigh. I am sad that it is that high. I never thought that I would be 400 and whatever, you know, but I am, and I was at my highest, I was 435 pounds. And that was towards the beginning of this year. So I've managed to lose, weight, and I'm 418. Oh, and that was the other good thing about my doctor's visit. So my part of Martha Jefferson last year, when I started this whole process, they told me that, my weight, that I had to be under 400 pounds because of their equipment and equipment that you could come in contact with. And they wanted to make sure that everything that they have there is accessible to you. So what they were basically saying was, if I for some reason needed a body scan and their machine only held people who were 399 pounds, then they would have to send me to UVA, the University of Virginia hospital. They would have to send me to UVA to have that done, and they don't want to do that. They want to make sure that they can use their facility completely for their patients. And so even though they do that, they send people out to certain places to get stuff done. That's okay, but they just don't want to do that with their surgery patients. And so they have gotten new equipment in. So now they take people, now their weight cap is 450 pounds. He's like, not that I want you to gain any weight. I'm like, I know. He's like, but you're good. You're good right where you are. And so that really took some pressure off, because I was like, oh dear God, I have to lose. You know, I would get down to I was like 411. I was 411 on Monday. And by Friday, I was 418. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I'm drinking my water. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, but I had some anxiety. So yes, I ate some things I wasn't supposed to, but I didn't think that I would spring up that fast. Anyway, so yes, this video is long. It's probably going to be 25 minutes, but I'm just very grateful for everyone, for all my subscribers. I know I don't have a lot, but I appreciate you guys. I'm getting the hang of this whole YouTube thing, and I just look forward to sharing my journey with you. And if you want to share my videos with others that you think would benefit from any of my information, which is not much, if you have questions, ask them. I'm excited. I'm so excited to change my life. and just to continue being who I am. So God bless you all, and I will see y'all on the other side. Bye.